This is an instruction to replace broken wheels on Hashira duffel bag model number 8558. As you can see here, it's still a good duffel bag, but the wheel got broken recently. So I tried to get Hashira to replace this, but they would not answer. So let me show you what's going on. That's the wheel, and it has broken side there, chips and stuff. The other one was already removed. I'll show you how to do that. And the new wheel should look like this. So it's not that difficult to replace, although it looks complicated. The original one looks like that. And there are instruction video online that will show you how to remove the wheel by cutting the axle, but this is very thick and it will take a while to use hacksaw to cut this particular axle. So my solution is to actually remove the assembly and drill the fastener here to make it loose, and then the axle will pop out the other way and the wheel will come off, and then you just replace the wheel, and assembly is the opposite way. So that's the simpler way than cutting the axle off. And you can get the replacement wheel off from Amazon, like this kind of wheel, and it comes complete with the axle and screws and so forth. So actually the one you're going to be needing is like something like this, and you fasten it with the supplied fastener. It's a hex key, so it's quite simple. Now let's try to remove the one side that needs to be replaced. And first what you have to do, just open the bag and remove or open the cover, the inside cover, and you'll see like this. That's the one that is removed. So let's see, yeah, this is the one that needs to be removed. As you can see, there's the axle right there, and instead of cutting it with a hacksaw, you can just get a high-speed metal drill bit and drill it off. But you need to remove the assembly first. I think it will be easier. You can try to drill it on the unit, but I think it will be very hard to get to those small places. So the easiest way is to remove the screws right there, and should be another one right there, and it's back there. Don't forget to remove that, and several other screws that will be attaching it over there. So you need this small Phillips screwdriver to do so. So let's proceed. So here's the wheel assembly removed from the bag by removing those attachment points. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but that's a little bit broken. That can be glued back before assembly. So now the challenge is to remove the wheel of this assembly wheel. I was a carriage or wheel well. So you need to remove this clip, and part of that is this holding it is here, so you just press it, so it will look like that, and then you just have to pop this out from here, and you can use a little scraper or something flat, and let's see if I can do it. Okay, so there you go, it just popped right out. It held with that clip. So assembly is reversed, you just put the clip and then just pop back in. So now to remove the axle is simply to drill that one out. So let me show you. So to continue this recording, I got a drill, which is a hammer drill, but you put it on a don't put it on the hammer's setting, but on the regular drilling mode, because it's a high speed. And I use 11 32 11 32 size bit. All right, so it's not quite a little bit more than 5/16 of the bit. You might try 5/16 if you like, but I believe the 1132 is the biggest I have, and it will cut quicker. So I get a bucket and put it in this bucket so it doesn't move. Hopefully I can use that with one hand and just put it in the center so it will fit just like that. Okay, and then start. Okay. Be careful not to over drill because you might hit the plastic and will make it too wide. So I'm gonna put it on pause a second so I can do it by two hands. Okay, now I have drilled this out and you can see the metal clipping. So try not to drill too deep because the plastic might get enlarged accidentally. So the lip is off, so you can just do so, and then remove the center pin, and you can just push it with with a drill bit or something, just to remove the center pin. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use two hands. Hang on. So just push it. There you go. It just goes out. So the wheel comes off, and the pin fell somewhere up here. Pin is still over there. So no damage to the outside plastic casing. It looks like this. So imagine to cut this with a hacksaw, it will take quite an effort and some time. So we're not going to need that, other than to measure the size. So you will want to measure the size of the pin, the width, to find the replacement. You also need to measure the width of the wheel, as well as the thickness and the width of the axle, and you can measure it between these 2 points. Just measure the axle width, and you can find the replacement wheel that's suitable for your needs. In my situation, the diameter of this wheel is about 80 millimeter. You see the damage. The other side was even worse. So this obviously cannot be used, although this a good looking wheel. Anyway, wish it's not gonna happen like this, but hopefully we can use the new wheel for quite some time because the back is still good. So the key point is just to try, instead of cutting the axle, maybe just drill the soft metal that was holding the pin together, which is that particular one. All right, and I use a bucket to prevent all the metal clipping from flying all over the place, hitting your eyes and everything. So you can also use goggle, but I didn't do that because I'm quite far away and it's not extremely fast drilling, but you have to have very sharp metal bit Again, I used the 1132 and did quite quickly. So there you go again. Make sure that the plastic is not damaged, and you can find also what do you call that, the a metal clip or ring to go over it, so it will give extra strength. All right, let me show you. So that's the replacement wheel I got off Amazon, and you can look the size. And this particular set is very useful because it gives two different length of the axle. So in case one is too short or too long, let's see that one, and there's another one there. So this is a bit longer, as you can see. It just depends. And then I have a metal washer that you can use on the inside because the opening maybe got a little too wide, so you can put a washer to hold the bolts together. All right, so the new wheel is assembled here. You just a hex bolt both sides, put a washer so it covers the hole nicely, and put it tight. Make sure the wheel spins easily. Alright, and then you just put it back on the bag in the reverse order. You put that on the